All right. Good morning, everybody. Here we are. I know last week's live stream got interrupted. There was a bad connection. So hopefully today will be great. We're just going to have 20 minutes. I'm actually on the floor. It was not a pretty picture getting here, but here I am. So I have two blocks with me. If you have a couple blocks, they're great to have. I just did a video yesterday on how to use blocks in a chair. Well, we're going to talk about using blocks on the floor. I'm just going to use them to assist my body a little bit, but I am on the floor. I also have a blanket to bring my backside, my buns, a little higher than my knees. And when we do that, we actually can create a straight spine. For most people, we're incredibly tight in the hips. And so trying to sit on the floor, we have a tendency to lean back and then collapse in the belly. So feel free to elevate your cheeks with a pillow, or you can use a block too. It's just a little bit hard and you might, wobble a little bit. So I'm going to have my blocks handy. May need them, may not. You don't have to have them. They're just a great tool to always have available. I have Leo the cat is here. He was just swirling around me. I don't know if he's done with all that, but here we go. So let's talk about spring. Last week in the chair class, we talked about the idea that before we can plant anything in our heart, in our garden, we have to be willing to get rid of last year's stuff or 10 years ago or our lifetime ago. If we have the intention that we are going to cultivate and grow something new and different in our life, we have to get rid of the old clutter that would get in the way, just like in a garden bed. In fact, this last weekend, I went out into my garden and I was doing some raking and I'm pulling out a whole bunch of last year's dead plants. If I didn't do that and I attempted to plant seeds in my garden, nothing would grow as well. So we have to do the work to get rid of stuff. And the way that we do that in a yoga practice is a lot of twists. We did the 6 directions of the spine last week. We're still going to do those. We're going to do them a little differently on the floor, but let's get going. So the first thing I want you to do is sit comfortably. Now, I am not able to cross my legs, so I have my left leg out straight. That works. If you need to have both legs out straight, you can also fold over your knees, and I may adjust to that position if I feel uncomfortable sitting here too long. So place your right hand on your heart, your left hand on your belly, and let's just take a collective and cleansing breath. And what we mean by cleansing breath is we're going to bring all the breath into the body. Open mouth exhale. Oh, I had a chaotic morning. Let's do two more of those. Breathe in. Get rid of the chaos. One more. Breathe in. As we did last week, I'm going to ask you again to think about in the present moment right now, today, can you identify 3 emotions that you're feeling? 3 of them. If any of those 3 or all of the 3 are going to get in the way of you having a joyful, loving, fun, heart centered day, then consider the possibility of getting rid of that, because today is today. There's never going to be another one just like it. I know for me in my heart right now, I feel a little bit of frustration. That's not going to help me have a joyful day. I feel a little bit of chaos. So I know what I need to do, and we'll get there. And I feel a little bit of lightheartedness. All right, create that straight spine. If you found that sitting for a few moments has collapsed your spine, we're going to begin by twisting. Take your left hand to the front, right hand behind you. Now, I have my hands like this behind me, like a little tripod, and that's going to lift me up. We're going to start low in the belly, like pubic bone low. Take a breath here, and then spin that pubic bone towards the right hip. We're going to go really slow here, like a slinky. Take a breath. And now just below the navel towards the right hip. My eyes are eventually going to turn. Take a breath. Belly button to the right. Do you feel your spine squeezing? Take a breath. Your sternum to the right. Squeeze. Do you feel that? Take a breath. Your inch above the sternum. Start to turn your head. Take a breath. Your collarbone to the right. Exhale. Take a breath. Get long. Your right shoulder to the back, just a little bit. Exhale. Take a breath. Your chin to the right. Exhale. Take a breath. Get long. Your eyes to the back. Take a breath. Your eyes way to the back. Nose to the back. Hold and stay. Your spine is being wrung out like a dish towel. It feels so amazing. Take a breath. And now spin back around in one big movement. So good. We're going to do the other side. Right hand goes in front, left hand goes behind. Take a tripod. Now, here's where a block might come in handy. If you find that getting your hand behind you is difficult, then use a block. It's no big deal. Ready? We're going to take the belly button over to the left and we're going to go really slow. Take a breath. Pubic bone to the left. Use your breath. Take a big one. Just above the pubic bone to the left. We're going to go slow. Take a breath. Belly button to the left. Take a breath. Sternum to the left. Feel the towel wringing out. Take a breath. Every time you breathe, you twist and get long. Take a breath, get long. Sternum all the way around to the left. Exhale. Take a breath. Collarbone to the left. Take a breath. Chin to the left. Take a breath. Eyes to the back. Okay, this side's a little bit trickier. Take a breath. It's okay. Squeeze and look behind you. And wind back to front. Feel that? Now, here's the deal. If you notice that there's an imbalance in the body, it's not a place to be like, oh, my left side is bad. It's awareness to say, oh, that feels a little different. And we're going to do it again, but not in such sequence. We're just going to take a long breath in and then spin to the right. Place your arms where they need to be. Take a breath. And now spin all the way around to the right. Breathe out. Take a breath. Spin back to the front. Exhale. Place your arms. Inhale, get long. Exhale, spin all the way to the left. Squeeze. Stay for your inhale. Spin back around. Exhale. One more time. Place your arms. Inhale, get long. Exhale, squeeze and turn.